cop story with aliens. Pack that film with shootouts and car chases. The Hidden is a bit of an oddity. On the one hand, it at times feels like it's a pilot for a television show. At other times, it feels like a lower budget Michael Mann movie because it's such a love letter to Los Angeles. What's something else we can learn from The Hidden? How to create a very unique villain that could be played by multiple people. Now, that kind of thing had been done in John Carpenter's The Thing, but the purpose there was to not give you telltale signs of who was the creature and who wasn't. In the Hidden, the group of actors who end up playing the creature came up with a small group of little physical quirks that they would all do. It works really well because all of the character actors nail this simple set of performance rules, and it makes this believable creature. The alien in The Hidden is loathsome, kind of stupid, and almost childlike in its reactions. And that Kyle MacLachlan's character, who's also an alien, also has a set of like childlike mannerisms in it, whether he's like gazing in the mirror and like looking at his skin, you know, does my face look right? Or when he gets completely drunk on one beer, he has dinner with the family and kind of gives away that he's from another planet. Throughout the film, you can tell that it was really clear that they wanted to keep these little tells consistent throughout the movie. And it does it really well. They did a really good job with it. And just a really economical film, too. It makes good use of its locations. It's filmed in plenty of recognizable locations in Los Angeles, including MacArthur Park. And this is definitely an example of a film where if you only had a small budget to create alien effects, you know, and you could only do one or two effects in the film to really get across what your creature is like, this film excels in that area. The Hidden is also one of a set of 80s movies that had essentially a one-man soundtrack being done with synthesizers and samples. In this case by composer Michael Convertino. And this is a really good electronic soundtrack of this era. I would put it, you know, on a short list with the soundtrack to Starman, Day of the Dead, and The Terminator. It's very punchy, and it fits the overall tone of the film. You know, the only weak spot would be some of the music choices that were made for pop music, or what's supposed to be like aggressive rock music in this movie. All the other musicians on the soundtrack were artists from IRS Records, which I think was connected with the film. Some of the music choices are fine, and others are kind of like head-scratchingly weird in that way that mid-80s music could sometimes be head-scratchingly weird. I think it made about $2.5 million at the box office its opening weekend. It didn't even, I don't think it made it onto the top 100 films of that year. But to look at it now, it's such a quintessential piece of frenetic, coke-fueled 80s Los Angeles kitsch. If you go back and watch, you know, some of the action cop movies that came out around the same time, like say Beverly Hills Cop 2, I mean, that film's practically unwatchable now, and The Hidden's like Shakespeare compared to Beverly Hills Cop 2. Yeah, man, The Hidden. Underrated, iconic, clean, sharp filmmaking from start to finish. If you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself. It's a blast. Alright, see you guys next time.